are back in our endeavors to add some holiday fun into the mix. We went back to the Netflix well and watched The Merry Gentleman from 2024, rated TV 14.
It should just be called Strippers.
No, that would be too interesting.
Strippers.
They weren't real strippers. They took off their shirts.
They were dancers. They took off their shirts.
Yeah, that was it. It really was a male review.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't any.
Yeah, but they advertised it as male strippers.
I mean, the one sister, to get more people to come, said strippers.
Yeah, like no one's gonna go to a gentleman reserve over the hell.
Review.
Gentleman's Reserve. It sounds like a farm where they just have like hunky dudes just grazing out in the field.
Well, no one's gonna call it that, man.
All right, so we did manage to get through this film. It was only an hour and 27 minutes, although I think
This felt like an all-day endeavor.
It wasn't that bad.
It does feel like it since it's this dark out. Listen,
after 30 minutes of Hot Frosty, we were all like, get this off. and I'm the type of person that's like, I'm curious. Like, I'm still upset. I should try to see if I can find it. That David Hasselhoff movie, London Bridge. Your father and I had to leave, and I didn't see the end of this film. And this is now 30, well, maybe like 20 plus years later now. I'm still thinking about the ending of this film.
By the end of the film, David Hasselhoff kills Jack the Ripper.
Why do you have to ruin it?
I'm just guessing, but
I
bet you that's the end.
I bet you that's not. What if Jack Ripper gets back into like a time hole and goes
Ripper.
back Jack the Ripper and goes back to merry old England? Why was he in America?
Because they transferred London Bridge from London Bridge to wherever the hell they brought it, Texas or something.
No, it was like Arizona or something. I forgot.
David Hasselhoff's back door.
Yes.
And there you go.
All right. So in the holiday season, we watched The Merry Gentleman, currently streaming on Netflix. Netflix is really going after Hallmark, huh?
It's a cheap market. It gets a lot of views, I guess.
Yeah, it must.
I mean, people will watch it whether they're like really into it or they just want to have something in the background or they're just something to laugh at.
Yeah. I mean, we still have cable, and there's got to be at least 6 Hallmark channels, at least.
Or Hallmark-like channels, yeah.
No, but I think that we technically have like 6, not counting the like Hallmark channels.
Yeah.
Like Up and whatever the other ones are.
Yeah, there's always something with Lacey Chabert
and she's now infiltrated.
Lindsay Lohan now is part of that crew.
Well, Lindsay Lohan, I guess, is owned by Netflix because she's doing their like romantic movies. But now it seems like Lacey's been poached by Netflix, and now she's in their films. Yeah. Enough about that. I'm going to go around the table and get impressions. G, can I start with you? What did you think of this film?
It was dumb.
What made it dumb, my darling?
Tell us your thoughts.
It was stupid. Like, nothing happened until like the last 30 minutes of the film. There's that whole thing where she like assembles her little crew of men and they get an old man there for some reason. This movie was kind of weird. I didn't like that plot point.
No.
I don't understand why that guy could have just like not sprained his leg on ice.
Yeah, it was just sort of chucked in there. I think
they needed to get old Danny up on the stage.
Yeah, for what purpose? Yeah. Like, you didn't even see any old ladies in there. It was just young women. It was so unnecessary.
But maybe some of the young women like the old guys. He's retired, so he's got money.
Nobody cares about that.
You don't know that.
And they never, it's like a plot point that is never really expanded upon. It's sort of like if you're going to make an excuse for the old guy to get on the stage, there should be something there, like a payoff, rather than just seeing this old guy barely do dance moves.
Yeah, he wasn't the cab driver like flipping around on stage. Was a good dancer. But yeah, the plot was stupid, and then the conflict was thrown in literally like 30 minutes away from the end. I asked, how much time is left on this film? It was 35 minutes, and the conflict still hadn't happened.
So, to his credit,
Or
Maxwell...
the conflict with the romantic plotline.
But to his credit, Maxwell Caulfield, who plays Danny, the older gentleman, is 65 years old.
Good
That's
for him.
great for him. Yeah, exactly. But I don't care.
I'm just saying, like, he's not going to be Fred Astaireing it up.
I don't care. Troy, I think that was the other guy's name, and Luke weren't flipping around like the cab driver. Mm-hmm. So I don't care who was. I'm just saying he was probably the best. But yeah, the old man was just useless. Like, he didn't add anything. Like,
it would have been great if they had like some young vamp situation who's after his for his money.
It would have been another completely useless plot line. Just completely like, the old man was completely unnecessary. Why was he even around?
To bring him up on stage.
Yeah, like, that wasn't necessary.
Yeah,
that wasn't necessary at all.
Yeah, G's got a solid point here. There was no purpose for Maxwell Caulfield's character.
You know what? I liked seeing him. I had a huge crush on him in Grease 2.
Yeah, well, he doesn't look like Grease 2 Maxwell or whatever his name is anymore, does he?
No, he doesn't.
I mean, he doesn't look bad for a guy his age. He doesn't look
bad for a guy his
age. But he's no...
He's not a male stripper. He's an old man who should be sitting at the bar.
They're not strippers. They're
all right, well, I don't care. They were male strippers. They were dancing around and taking their clothes off.
Just the shirt.
Okay, and that's clothes.
All right, fair enough. Olive G, what are your thoughts about this film?
This movie was butt.
It was butt? Why was it? I have to say, even from the onstart, Olive was committed in her just pure hatred of this film.
Yeah, she didn't want to watch it at all.
She didn't want to watch it
I saw the trailer.
I was with her on this, but I'm completely outvoted in this.
But everyone kept saying we needed to watch a holiday film.
I never said that.
Yeah, I was the one saying that. You can't say everybody.
Everybody was saying.
I was with G with the holiday film. I did not expect Merry Gentlemen.
The Merry.
Oh, sorry. I hope I didn't take any of their prestige away.
This movie sucks. I hated everything about this movie.
You barely paid attention. You and your sister were over there like Mystery Science Theater, like 3000, the crap out of this film.
We weren't commenting on anything.
No, you were all horsing around.
Yeah, we were like play fighting because this movie was boring.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go to Olivia G. Olivia G, your thoughts on this film?
This movie was trash, and I hated everything about it.
Why did you hate it? Why did you hate this movie so much?
Bro, this movie was ants, man. Like, literally.
It was what?
Ants? What's ants?
This movie was literal ants, bro. Like, it literally sucks.
Okay.
Right.
Oh my god, bro. Like, the plot, stupid. It was so stupid.
So what was the plot? Because I feel like you didn't pay attention at all.
The plot was about her saving her family's diner or the hell with male strippers. That is all you need to know.
Diner? Are you sure diner?
Bar, whatever. I don't care.
Bro, this is like a quiz on the movie. No one's paying that much attention.
I need people to pay attention because how are we just going to critique? How are we going to give an honest critique?
That was it, bro.
All right.
How can we give an honest critique if we're not paying attention?
Bro, like I literally was.
We paid enough attention to know that this movie was butt.
All you need to know about this movie was about male strippers, okay?
Were either of you kids captivated by the chemistry between
the non-existent chemistry
Luke Toolbox and Dancer Girl? Ashley.
Yeah, I didn't see any. They were just kind of like, oh, wow, you're, let's dance. Wow. And then they were kissing.
Let's touch each other.
Did anybody else... Was anybody else weirded out by how kind of aggressive Luke was with her at the beginning? He bought her that necklace. Like, they hadn't even gone on a date or anything.
Oh, yeah. He was
do young men act like that?
Yeah.
No.
Very, it wasn't just jewelry. It was, like, jewelry that was, like, a metaphor for how they met.
Yeah.
So glad that wreath dragged you into my life.
Yeah.
That's, like, a lot of thought for somebody that you haven't even... dated or kissed or anything.
Y'all known each other for 3 weeks and y'all.
Yeah, it was. I highly doubt.
I mean, by the time he gave her the necklace, it was like maybe 2 days.
Yeah,
right? 2 or 3 days.
So brief. Like he doesn't know her favorite color. He doesn't know if she has a middle name. He doesn't know like anything about her. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, so happy you're in my life. Like, dude, you just met. I don't think that people act like this.
And also just the fact that, yeah, sure, I'll take my clothes off for you and for your parents' bar. Like, why was everybody so willing to do this?
Well, not everybody.
They raised $30,000 and
in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks, and none of them got paid for it.
Yeah,
they did all that for free.
Slave labor.
They practiced dance choreography.
Well, maybe it's what G said. It's love.
Wait. Let me talk, bro. I actually remember there's this one part in the movie that I remember vividly. And it was where she said she was going away, and the guys walked in, and they were just like, well, what about us? And, like, I'm pretty sure one of them was touching their balls.
What? What are you talking about?
I'll take that out, too.
Okay.
I'll take that.
No, you should keep that in.
No. Get it under control. Get it under control. You're blowing out the system here. Get it under control.
So, I want to say something. Is this film? Is this movie?
Good, no.
No. Does this film make a case for love at first sight?
No, it doesn't.
Why?
Because it was not love at first sight.
How do you know?
They had to build up to that.
They weren't even in love.
Her jewelry.
Bro, they literally built up. That was like over the span of 3 days. It was not love at first sight.
Let's take a pause here. You need to stop yelling. Cut this out. Let's just calm down.
No, because this movie definitely got me mad.
Olivia, let's calm down. I like when you start yelling. It's funny, but it's not good on the mic or something.
You could raise your voice. Just seriously, you're red. You're going red. You're in the red. Just completely.
And I literally saw Dad lower your mic.
Yeah, I'm like battling with you to get you in a comfortable range here.
Literally, this movie is so ants, bro. Like, it sucks.
Are you saying ants, or ass?
Yeah,
ants.
What?
Ants.
Ants, like the bug. Is that more?
Grace keeps saying it.
That's more brain rot talk.
Bro, I've literally never said ants.
You literally said it to me during the movie, bro.
I've never said this to
you. You literally said that, bro.
I've never said
You're just like, this movie is so ants, bro.
No, I've never heard that term ever before in my life.
Bro, like, literally, shut up. I know you said
Olivia,
that.
do I look like I'm lying to you?
Bro, you're literally spoiling me. Stop trying to gaslight me.
I'm not trying to gaslight anybody.
Yo, you literally are.
Stop yelling.
Okay.
Please. I'm begging you.
The question was, does this movie make a case for love at first sight? No, it doesn't.
Why?
Because they weren't in love. In fact, I'd argue that by the end of the film, they still weren't in love. They were just attracted to each other. You
don't think that he had? I feel like he had deeper feelings for her than she did for him.
He was very attracted to her, clearly, but there's no way that they were in love.
How do you know it was just attraction?
No. Seriously though,
because you don't love someone that fast. That's not how it works.
And guess what? If she was truly in love with him, she wouldn't have even thought about the offer.
Yeah.
No. But she doesn't come to that realization until later. But he...
Listen. No. Listen. You're talking love at first sight, which means she would have had those feelings at first sight, meaning I'm going to be with him forever. I don't care if I get my old job back with a 25% raise. No.
Yeah, she was talking about some, he's annoying, or blah, 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 blah.
No, but she seemed a little bit more rational until everybody kept pushing her.
Yeah, that was really annoying. I really
like genuinely annoying.
I hate the plot line.
But that's like in every Hallmark movie.
Yeah, and it doesn't get better every time I see it. It gets worse, actually. I literally hate the plot line of, the female character's family or friends or acquaintances push her to be with someone like, stop being annoying. Like, it's not your life. Stop meddling. Just stop. This is so annoying. I can't explain how annoying that is. It's just
Mind
like, let
your
it
business.
happen. Exactly.
You're not going to be receptive when your father and I push you into relationships?
That's disgusting. Why would I ever do that? If someone tried pushing me towards someone, I'd find somebody else because I'd be that annoyed.
Even if that person was good for you?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about me doing that, G, because I would have to talk to somebody to find out if they were good enough for you, and I just don't like doing that anymore.
You're not going to investigate who's dating our daughter?
Well, if they're dating, that means she already chose the person.
Or what if they're...
I'm not going to find somebody and be like, the mailman's not half bad looking. Maybe he would like to date my daughter.
What?
No, that's not going to work.
Yeah, this is not on The Married Gentleman anymore. Can we bring it back?
All right.
This is weird.
Yeah, they were definitely pushing too hard.
And it was really annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, Raj sprained his ankle, so someone needs to deliver this food.
Seriously though, if I was her,
Oh, Luke, you live near Oak Red Pine Forest. You should drop my sister off.
bro.
You're gonna put your sister in a car with the man who's a stranger to her. Like, all right, bro.
Okay, buddy.
All right.
Yeah,
But
that
I
was.
feel like
it was not love at first
he
sight.
had stakes in the game before
It was
she
not
did.
love at first sight.
There's definitely a heavy attraction.
And even Troy said, I haven't seen him this happy.
Right. There's definitely
That doesn't mean that he's in love, though. That means
there's
he
heavy
likes her.
attraction, but it's not love
Yeah.
at first sight.
How do you know? How do you
Because
know?
if there was love at first sight, there wouldn't be the conflict.
He's buying her jewelry. Have you ever bought me jewelry? I mean, other than
Yes, I
engagement
bought you an
rings and
engagement
stuff.
ring.
I know,
Cost
but
quite a
I'm
bit of
saying
money.
other than engagement rings, which is a huge thing. And whenever I've asked you for you've bought me other rings and earrings and stuff, but that's because I've asked you to, not because the only time you've ever purchased a piece of jewelry to me was to propose.
I bought you earrings once without you asking.
Which earrings were these?
They look like roses.
Is that when you went to Vegas?
Yes.
The red ones.
Yes.
I had a necklace that sort of matched it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You bought those for me without asking?
Yes.
Oh.
Mother.
But wait. I want it on record that that's when your father and I were dating. And men try harder when you're dating.
That why
Okay.
you did while you were married, bro.
Yeah, after a certain point, you just don't care.
No, you don't.
We're burping and farting in front of each other. We don't
all
care.
the time. All the time. The magic is gone.
Bro,
Oh,
this is
that's when
veered
the magic
off
is
topic so many times.
That's the true magic.
So this wasn't a long movie. I'm gonna step in and say I enjoyed this. It was very much, you don't need to have brain power of any sort to just sort of sit there and enjoy this.
It helps if you don't.
I was gonna say my lovely spouse was looking for plot holes from frame one.
Get go. Her 12 years. 12 years.
All right.
She's been with a seasonal dance troupe. It's like, imagine if the Rockettes only did a Christmas show.
Well, maybe they do Christmas all year. I don't know.
No, well, who's seeing that for 12 years?
There are Christmas all year stores.
No.
There are.
But what about
This is a show. And
this is all they do, so maybe it is an all year thing. I don't know. They never specify.
she's like, I always wanted to be a Jingle Bell. Really? You went to
Don't piss on her.
you went to dance school to dance in a Christmas show.
Don't piss on her
that's
dream.
so lame.
It's like, okay, they're supposed to be the Rockettes. The Rockettes do other stuff besides Christmas stuff.
Fair.
They're not called the Christmases, the Christmas tree girls, or anything that locks them into one holiday.
They don't lock in, Olive J.
Yeah, they're not locked
They don't lock in. How does that make you feel? Does that
I'm
make you
fart
angry?
so hard right now, if you don't stop.
Anyway, yeah, that was one plot hole. But
Why were you looking
forget
for
it.
plot holes in a
Because
Netflix rom-com?
Do you want me to stay awake for this or not?
I mean, you were sort of losing it towards
I
the
have
end
to
there.
be engaged towards the end because I had predicted the entire ending about a half hour before it happened.
Yeah, that was. I get the impression that you snuck a peek at this before we even sat down.
No, I've seen enough of these Hallmark and whatever.
Nonsense
thanks to
movies.
you. to know that there's always going to be some sort of conflict. Something has to come in that breaks up the newly formed relationship. It's like first they're like, "Oh, I don't like Biff. There's just something wrong with him." And then suddenly it's just like, "We've been in love forever. We belong together." And then somebody comes in who either tries to break them up, or it's just like
a misunderstanding.
The father says, "Young girl, I have an excellent business opportunity for you, but you must live in Singapore for the rest of your life, or you have to marry this dude over here." There's always some sort of idiotic conflict that appears. And the only thing that could have saved this film for me, and I told you, was after she leaves them, for the dog to just stand up and say, "I'm the choreographer now."
That would have been impressive.
That would have made the movie for me. If that, then I would have pushed this over the 5. This film, I'm going to give you a little spoiler. It's not even going to be close to a 5.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Spoiler alert. I'm not even going to come close to 5.
Not good.
All right. I guess I'll go around the table and get numbers. I will start with you, Olive G. 1 to 10.
Well, literally?
Literally. What number?
Give us a number.
2, bro.
A 2? It wasn't that bad.
It was bad, bro. It was bad.
Gigi, 1 to 10.
3.
3.
I'm going to give it a 2 as well.
What?
No, it was, all right, in all seriousness, it was boring. It was really boring. There wasn't enough. Usually in some of these things, they spice up the dialogue a bit. They'll make a couple of jokes, some stuff that'll hit. The 2 leads will have charming chemistry, something like that. Just didn't have any of that.
I mean, at least they didn't look like they were going to poop themselves.
Yeah, I mean, they both did decent jobs portraying their characters, but in all honesty, it felt really forced. It was almost like you said, when everybody's just trying to shove them together. Mm-hmm. It's sort of like, well, you're single, and he's the only single man in this entire town of Sycamore Creek.
No. Seriously, though, if I was her, I would literally poop my pants with anger, because that would have gently made me so mad.
Poop your pants with anger.
Yeah, I sometimes do that.
Easy.
No, you don't do that.
Easy.
But sometimes I get really angry that I feel like pooping myself.
No, that should be the last thing you want to do when you poop.
Do you see how far away her mic is?
Yeah.
Do you see how far away her mic is?
All right, enough with the pooping your pants.
I'll pee myself with anger.
Easy.
Anger should not make you want to defecate or do anything. Okay? Anger should make you want to hurt somebody, not humiliate yourself in front of a room full of people.
Literally though, it would have been so awesome of her to just pee herself.
No, it wouldn't have. It's not that type. It's not that type of film. This is family entertainment.
Yeah. So back to what I was saying. There's very little chemistry between the leads. The writing is dull, flat, boring. Like G mentioned, they tried to, I guess, sort of the guy broke his ankle, and now the guy who sat at the bar the entire movie, he joins in on the fun. It was just pointless. Really, the only thing that could have made this film good is if the dog stood up, spoke English, and said, "I'm the choreographer now." And it had Michael Gross in it, and sorry, you're not the Family Ties guy anymore.
No.
You're the sexual offender from 18 different episodes of Law & Order and every other procedural cop show.
There was a point where he was making a lot of made-for-TV movies, and that was the plot.
He was like a deranged psychiatrist.
Creepy guy. I guess he was trying to shed the Family Ties.
He went too far.
Because that's all I think of him. I don't even think of him. I don't even think of him as Family Ties anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, is anybody associated? Do we think of anybody associated with me? I feel like Michael J. Fox, Back to the Future, or Teen Wolf, or something.
But yeah, it as far as these type of movies, I feel like this one is kind of towards the bottom of the barrel. I've probably seen worse ones with more terrible acting. In fact, I think we've shut some of those off. Like what was the Hot Frosty?
Hot Frosty.
That was brutal to watch. From what we saw of it, it was
brutality.
Yeah. It was hard. It was there was some
like it was so hard that we literally had to turn it off.
That dude didn't even make it through the first 30 minutes of the movie before falling asleep.
I know that guy was supposed to be sexy with like all chiseled, but it was just something really weird and plasticky about him.
Yes.
And there's no way in hell he would have had a glizzy, bro.
Olivia, what are you talking about?
I don't even know what that means. I think it probably means something bad that she shouldn't be saying. I'm sorry, folks.
No. Like, there's no way he would have had a bottom half, right? Because it wasn't carved out.
Oh, so is a glizzy a penis?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. There,
You're so weird.
our brain rot education moment of the podcast. Your glizzy is your penis.
I never would have figured that out. No. Okay, so 2, 3, 2. I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna put it right in the middle.
Literally.
You're so generous.
Listen, I enjoyed it. It was fine. It wasn't the best thing I ever saw. It's not. It's supposed to be a romantic comedy. It's not anywhere near as good as something like Legally Blonde or a 13 Going on 30. It's serviceable. Netflix is definitely going after that Hallmark market. Mm-hmm. They even mention it in the actual film itself, the Hallmark Handyman. Yeah. So they're definitely making an effort to go after that audience. I think of the paid streamers, I think Netflix is the biggest one. Yeah. So kudos to them. Kudos for giving jobs to Sycamore Creek or wherever this place is located. And I guess a lot of the directing / writing ensemble here. The director is Peter Sullivan with writing credits to Jeffrey Schenck, Peter Sullivan, and Marla Sokoloff, who plays the sister Marie in the film. So great on these people for getting their project realized. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the best thing in the world. I think to your point, if you are looking for mindless entertainment or something to just have on as noise in the background, I think this fits the bill. This film is not winning any types of awards. It's just a straight story, A to B. Girl has her dream shattered, goes back home to lick her wounds, is inspired to help her parents.
Olivia, shut up.
Is inspired to.
Wait, did you say liquor?
No,
wounds?
we got the joke the first time. All right, enough. Stop.
Wait, what was the joke?
To lick her wombs.
No, liquor, like the drink, liquor wombs.
What does that even mean?
I don't.
I thought you said that.
Okay.
Olivia, you're losing the plot. Just continue.
Yeah.
No,
I think you're tired. It might be time for bed.
it's literally fine.
Olivia,
Okay.
shush. It's time to stop.
Okay. What was I saying? She's going to retrench. She's inspired to help her family to get out of this crisis, and along the way, she meets hunky Hallmark handyman who is Luke Toolbox. Yes, who's going to come into her life and spin it around, I guess. So I think there's nothing like suggestive or anything about this film. I think it's very tame. I think it's very vanilla. I think that it's not going to offend. I hope it's not going to offend anyone. I think a male review, I can't imagine that people would get up in arms about that.
Yeah, there wasn't any G-strings or thongs or butt cheeks or anything.
Guys.
It was just abs.
But they did touch their booties.
Okay, big deal.
They're swinging their butts around.
They're strippers.
They're dancers, not really strippers.
They're not. Yeah, none of them ever get close to being naked.
Yeah, they're not really strippers.
But they do shed articles of clothing.
A top.
Yes.
A top or two.
Yeah, but he
clothes.
pulled his pants down that one time.
But he's wearing underwear.
Yeah.
Imagine he pulled them down and it was just his butt.
That would be.
If he accidentally pulled down his underwear too.
Like
Imagine
that
if
Chris
he
Farley
pulled
skit.
down his pants and underwear.
Yeah, I've seen more nudity on Saturday Night Live.
Exactly.
Than the Chris Farley sketch.
Yeah.
Wipe the poop up his butt.
All right.
Let's
Rein
not
it
get
in
gross.
with the poop and all that.
In his booty crack.
All right, come on, enough.
It seems like this film only inspires poop.
All right, moving on. So what was it?
What else?
What was
what
it?
else
2-3-2-5.
Yeah,
Yes.
what else is there to say about this movie? It's bad.
It's okay. I mean, I don't think I'm being overly generous. I think it's just okay.
But it's not.
being
But it's not
generous,
even what it's like. The script. There's nothing in there. There's no funny jokes. There's no interesting plot points.
I
There's
don't think
nothing.
they're supposed to be.
It's it's romantic comedy.
Is it though?
No, it failed. If that you described it as a romantic comedy.
Okay, maybe I should have just said a romance.
But even that, usually with a romance, when you think romance, you think, okay, so it'll have a bit of a more serious tone. Mm. This wasn't. This didn't have a serious tone.
No.
It was like, oh, we're trying to be funny. Hey, please laugh at us. It wasn't.
Again,
it wasn't even like a three-legged dog. It wasn't even so pathetic. You give it a kiss.
Oh my God, no, not at all.
It was just.
So then you're right. Then it is more of a rom-com, and then
it fails at the comedy part.
Fair. I mean, the comedy bits were very vanilla and bland. They're not. It's not a Step Brothers or a Legally Blonde or a 13 Going on 30. This is supposed to be as bland as vanilla, so that everyone can enjoy it, even your hypercritical, hyper conservative auntie. You know what I mean? This is that type of film. So I think that this is the kind of film that shouldn't enrage anyone.
No,
and is safe for everyone. So that's what I mean by
it'll enrage lovers of film.
But
if you just feel like having something on in the background,
yeah. I mean, I feel like everything has.
This is the type of movie that you look at your phone while you're watching it.
Yes. This is that type of film, and I'm sure that people at this table were doing just that.
Okay,
we weren't.
Well, you guys were fighting instead, so yeah.
But somebody else may have.
Grace literally wasn't even doing that, bro. Like, I swear.
Okay.
Cover up for her. She's always on her phone.
No.
Yeah, why does this always turn into that? Can we just wrap it up?
All right. And with that, again, feel free to skip it. But again, if you want to, just noise in the background. And with that, we are going to wrap it up, and we will bid you all a
good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm so angry I can poop myself right now.